Uh, Hello everyone, this is Group 13 and we are here to present enhanced speech emotion recognition through temporal and frequency domain feature engineering. Next slide. Speech contains rich emotions, cues like pitch, energy, rhythm, spectral changes, etc. Text-based sentiment analysis cannot capture all these acoustic emotions. Understanding this emotion improves human-computer interaction and mental health monitoring and custom services analytics. So our goal is to build a hybrid feature engineering pipeline to extract meaningful emotion patterns from speech and also from image. Next slide. So the emotions influence how speech is produced, like the breathing rate, muscle tension, and articulation. Usually the traditional ML models struggle with noisy audio, variable recording environments, and multi-speaker variability. So our focus is on temporal and frequency domain feature engineering to improve classification robustness. Based on the pro Based on the project proposal requirements, we have classified emotions to emotions based on temporal and frequency domain feature engineering. Next slide. Our objective is to build an high quality feature engineering pipeline for emotion recognition. So we captured emotion specific patterns through time domain dynamics and frequency domain shifts and deep acoustic embeddings. So based on this, we evaluated models using handcraft features and Mel spectrogram embeddings and vision models. And we achieved accuracy of more than 70%. Next slide. The initial dataset that we used are four speech datasets, which is MO, DB test, SAVE, and RevDes, which contain various emotions like anger, fear, happiness, disgust, sadness, surprise, neutral. But over the process, we included two image datasets instead of two speech datasets, which is FER2013 and RAFTB. Next slide. So here we can see the workflow of our emotion recognition multimodal dataset. So here we can see image dataset and speech datasets. So for both of the dataset, we process the image and audio pre-processing, and then we handcrafted image features as well as based on the speech datasets, we took the Mel spectrum generation and Resident 50 embeddings, and we handcrafted our audio features, and then we fused everything the fusion model, and then the model is trained based on this fusion model, and then we evaluated the features based on that. Next slide. The data pre-processing pipeline that we include are the standardized sampling rate of 16 kilohertz, and then we trimmed the silence using amplitude thresholding, and we removed the noise and corporate files. Then we normalized the waveform amplitude and converted the speech files to waveform arrays and Mel spectrogram matrices and NMCC sequences. Uh, and the time, next slide, and the time domain features will be continued by Anish. Over to you.
Thank you, Yashwant. In this part of the pipeline, we extract features directly from how the audio signal behaves over time, and these include RMS energy, zero crossing rate, duration, and pitch contours. Each of these carries emotional information that's tied to human vocal physiology. Coming to the next slide, we examine the emotional structure hidden in the frequency space. Here we extract MFCCs, spectral centroid, spectral flux, and other harmonic descriptors. These features reflect timbre, brightness, and how quickly the frequency content shifts. In the next slide, to complement the handcrafted features, we also generate deep acoustic embeddings. We first convert each audio sample into Mel spectrogram and pass it through a ResNet 50 pre-trained on ImageNet. This produces a 2048 dimensional embeddings that we reduce using PCA. Coming to the next slide, uh, we combine both worlds using a feature fusion pipeline. The engineered features offer physiological and interpretable emotional cues, while the embeddings provide high level texture patterns. We either concatenate the features directly or fuse PCA compressed embeddings with the handcrafted set. In the next slide, uh, to make our system ethically reliable, we evaluate how stable each feature is across speakers and emotional categories. Using ANOVA based ETA scores, We measure how much of each feature's variance comes from emotion and how much comes from speaker identity. Our results showed that many features like MFCC3 mean and spectral flux carry strong emotional variance, while others are heavily influenced by the speaker. Coming to the next slide, we combine our handcrafted features with the MEL ResNet embeddings to build a strong feature set. We fuse them either by concatenation or by using PCA to reduce embedding dimensions. After fusion, we trained models like logistic regression and SVM. This fused pipeline gave us the best overall performance because it captures both clear emotional cues from engineered features and additional patterns from embeddings. And the next slide, we show how stable each feature is across speakers and emotions. We used ANOVA, correlation plots, and mutual information to measure this. The results showed that the mean and spectral flux are very strong emotional indicators, while MFCC features stay consistent across emotions. Coming to the next slide, visual examples will be continued by my friend Preetham.
Okay, so visual examples. So the visualizations, you see, these visualizations helped us understand how audio features behave across emotions. We created volume plots, spectral centroids, plots, mutual information charts, correlation heat maps, and speaker variability analysis. All of them showed clear separation between high arousal and low arousal emotions, confirming the dataset has strong emotional structure even before modeling. Okay, now feature behavior. So these volume plots show how individual features vary by emotions. Pitch, FO mean, pitch basically FO mean high arousal emotions like anger, fear, surprise, have higher pitch. Neutral and sad are low and tight. MFCCs, MFCC1 and MFCC2 shift consistently with emotion intensity. Neutral and sad stay compact. Spectral centroid and flux, bright, more active spectra for higher arousal emotions. Calmer emotions stay lower. Overall, the higher arousal emotions push features upwards. Lower arousal emotions cluster tightly. These come from strong and interpretable emotional patterns. Next, correlation heat map. The heat map shows clear feature clusters. MFCC1, spectral centroid, and the spectral flux are strongly correlated, all tied to vocal brightness and energy. MFCC2 and MFCC3 from another cluster relate to spectral shape. Duration and some MFCC standard deviation values are more independent, providing unique information. These structural relationships explain why classical ML models learn stable boundaries on this dataset. Now, coming to emotion versus speaker variance. Here we compare emotional drive variance versus speaker driven variance. Top features like MFCC1 standard deviation, spectral flux, duration, and pitch statistics are highly emotion specific and remain stable across speakers. MFCC2 and MFCC3 statistics sit in the mid range, and features like MFCC1 and MFCC1 mean and spectral centroid are more speaker dependent. This confirms our strongest feature generalize well across different speakers. Mutual information ranking. Mutual information measures how strong each feature relates to emotion. Pitch mean is the strongest by far, followed by spectral flux, duration, and pitch variability. MFCC2 and MFCC3 provide mid-level information, while features like spectral centroid contribute less but still help. This ranking shows pitch, spectral dynamics, timing, and the main emotional indicators. Model baselines. We implemented 5 baselines: a handcrafted only classifier, an embedding only classifier, a fusion model, an LSTM, MFCC sequences, and the XGBoost. We evaluated everything with 5-fold cross-validation, confusion metrics, and per class reference scores. This setup lets us fairly compare traditional features, deep embedding, sequential models, hybrid approaches. Albation study results. The handcrafted only model performs best at 98%. Uh, and because the features are clearly separable and emotion driven, the embedding only drops to 21% due to domain mismatch. Treated embedding don't capture emotional cues well here. The fusion model reaches 97% balancing, strong handcrafted features with noisier embedding. These results show emotional information is mainly in pitch, spectral variation, and timing, not in generic audio embedding. So Vinith will continue.
Right. We also tried deep learning model like RNN and LSTM. We got only 50%, 57% accuracy, which is much lower than other future engineering models. This is just because of our data is very small. The speakers are very unbalanced. RN need a lot of data to perform learning patterns. Well, ANCAP features work much better than RN alone.